Hi, it's Sarah with House Copper, and today we are going to do another corner video. This is similar to a video I did many years ago on the different types of making corners with sheet metal to like make a bread pan or a different kind of cookie sheet or any type of roasting pan if you're kind of building that by hand, but essentially it's corners. But this specific corner is called a seamless corner. And I'm gonna do it in better detail than I have in passing in other videos. And again, as always, the measurements will change depending on the height of the sides of your piece. You know, what kind of wire you're going to use for the rim, how thick that is. But in this case, we're going to do a traditional type of wire, the wire that I always use, which calls for a 7/8 or 7/16 down, and then the depth will be, because the sides are 2.5 inches tall. So you're gonna see that measurement, but adjust according to what you're building, the side height and the wire diameter. But we're gonna do that seamless corner. It's not super hard, but it is kind of one of those weird kind of wobbly ones. So without further ado, here is making a seamless corner. All right, so here's my corner. This piece is cut to the dimensions that I need to accommodate both the body, the base piece and the side heights. But we're gonna go 7/16 down to measure here. So 1, 2, 3, 7. It's always bigger than I think it is. So I know that that's 7/16. And then, trying to do this so you can see. It's really hard. Working copper shop. And then my sides are 2.5 inches in diameter. So I'm going to go to that 7/16 mark. I'm going to go here, 2.5 inches on the side. Obviously, there's my end. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. And I'm going to go 7/16 down, 2.5 across. I feel like I didn't go 2.5 the other way. I feel like I only went 2. Let's check. Check twice. Oh, that's right. Okay. So then, to cut this corner, you're gonna make what looks like a very unusual W, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's all in real time. I have nothing, I don't have like normal commentary like, and then here is the way it looks. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know. So here is your corner to create a seamless corner. This is your start point. The next thing is going to be to create the crease that goes down, and we're actually going to use a really interesting tool to do this, a pants wedge. But I'm going to make all the other corners first, and then I'll show you how this is used to make a seamless corner. All right, this lovely thing is a box pants wedge. It is a tool from the 1700s. It is made in the 1700s by a blacksmith, and it is an original tool. So that makes this a, like, I don't know, I can't do that math, 240-ish piece of equipment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to gently place, and I have to move this back step, place the piece into this, and I'm gonna line up the point here with the line and kind of start this way. And you kind of gently then move it And that's going to give me the initial crease I need to bend this corner in and then around to the back side of this. So I'm going to do that with each corner. All right, so the bread pan is ready. I actually took it upon myself to use the bar folder to prep the back side for the wire I'll use for the edges. And actually, I'm not 100% sure I want to use a wire. We'll see. I might just bend. Sorry, backwards. Okay. So now that I have a line, I can start to bend the corners in, and you can see you're starting to create that shape. And then this is a new pattern, so I'll probably adjust if I need once I see how long the flanges are, I guess, these edges. They might not tuck perfectly. And that Bob actually trained me, you know, when I was learning. He was like, yeah, you're gonna sometimes have to trim things as you go. But so that's what we're gonna keep doing, is we're gonna keep working our way into bending these pieces. And then at some point, you get it close enough. Here, I'm gonna show you on one side. You get one of these corners tight enough that you can use a different clamp, right? And then you start to pinch your way down so that you can get this bent even closer. But now you don't have to do that. If you have anything square, a piece of wood works really great. You're gonna actually start forming the base. So I'm trying to do this with making pan and doing the corners. I'm gonna quick form this and then show you the finished cornered part. All right, so using the box pan stake, I got these corners pretty tight, and as you can see, there's gonna be excess and oddness. Just doing these two corners right now. And you're gonna start squeezing them tighter all the way. So see how that corner just happened? And now what's, like, again, it's seamless. So what you do once you get to that point is you decide which way you want to do the flap. Usually it goes to the shorter side. And I can tell I'm going to have a little excess, so I'm going to cut that off. Just enough. And then I believe, if I remember, one of the other things to do is to take just a tiny bit more off. I need the tip here. To allow for ease of moving once you do it there. All right. So now see how I just took off the excess. Now we're going to take it and bend it. And hope to heaven you can fit under your curve, which I'm not. The tricky part is to keep your corners tight. And to keep going underneath. So, way to go, Sarah. I apparently got overzealous with this bend. Put it back up. All the little tweaks that come with building a brand new piece that nobody can warn you about until you're in the middle of it. All right, so here we go. Here's the bend. It's not beautiful, gonna have to play with this. But you can see, and then once this gets hammered, I can maybe even do it with this. I don't know, let's see. No, I'm not going to. But see how this top flap is gonna come down over the top of this, and then there's 0 seams. I mean, there is a corner in here, and you might wanna still solder this so that food doesn't sneak in there and rot. But you've created essentially a automatic waterproof box. So even if you don't have access to solder and you don't have a soldering iron, or you're not going to solder your seams, you can make a waterproof essentially bin with using seamless corners. See? Yay!